Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has been sequestered off on their own. Maybe they moved away. Maybe this was, the persona non grata after a divorce. But I feel like there's been some sort of alteration of history or misrepresentation about what really happened right before this person went away or felt like they were told they had to leave. They're coming back. They feel like they have to come back, not because they want to, but because this story has been told the wrong way, maybe even to vilify them. But they're coming back around. They're a little bit angry, and they're going to make sure everybody realizes or knows what really happened. And I feel like they're bringing receipts. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Renata. Hello, Bitchy Tata. How are we doing today? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. They are ad-free, and I return them mostly within 24 hours. I would let you know if I couldn't, though. My email address is in the description box, and then right below that, you can also find out more information about the memberships. Hello, Ruben. How are you doing? I like it, Bitchy Sata. All right, so what are we going to go for? I'm seeing the beginner's tarot in my mind. What else do we have about this liar, liar, pants on fire? I mean, really, the person that has come forward first is the one who's going to be telling the truth. They're like, da, 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 da. Everybody's telling you a lie, and I'm going to tell you what really happened. Hey, Renee, how are you doing? I'm glad to hear. Hello, famous Seamus. What's up? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's because somebody has learned that a group of people have accepted something as truth, and it's like offensive to them. Like, well, that's not what really happened. And I know what really happened. It wasn't that person, it was that person. Or it didn't end like that, or that's not what the consequences were, or that's not what I said. And gosh darn it, I'm gonna make sure you all know it. Here's this video tape of me saying, you stink. It's like, I'll show you what really happened. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, this feels like a scapegoat situation. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm going to, point to it being this was the situation. Oh, no, no, no. Because whatever this difficult situation is, the tower moment, which has caused adversity, upheaval, people judging this person, they shoved all of that towards another person. Oh, I'm blameless. I'm completely innocent. Look at me as I give you my puppy eyes. Blamed another person that they felt was never going to defend themselves or was, okay with taking the blame. But no. This is making it more difficult for themselves because essentially they've pulled someone out of retirement. They've pushed somebody who was content to be on their own, away from everybody else. They've poked the bear, and now this person feels like, oh, okay, you want to lie about things, make it look like I was some villain? Bet. We'll see who the villain really is when I show everybody the receipts that I still have. So this person is like, I'm going to start some ish. Like, everybody got their video camera thing go? Yeah, everybody ready? Okay, here we go. They're going to make this person wish that they had told the truth, or at least shut up. 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Yeah, this person's traveling. Traveling to defend their honor, traveling to make sure the truth is known. maybe even through great risk to themselves, because they feel like if they don't, this person's going to be able to manipulate the situation, is going to be able to manipulate everybody into believing whatever they want, right? Magician in the reverse is somebody who is feeling like they have control of the narrative or feeling like they can influence people. Hello, Crystal. I hope you're having a good day despite all that. 5 of Wands, Justice in the reverse, Death in the reverse. So I do feel like someone's story has changed. I do feel like the individual who's trying to manipulate things, which would likely be this Queen of Cups in the reverse, because Justice in the reverse is clarifying the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse is also like a manipulative energy. I might let you think that I am innocent or that I'm just in need of, somebody to make me feel better when I'm really trying to do something negative towards you. So this would be somebody who tries to paint themselves as innocent, or tries to claim that they, was nowhere near that. But there's arguments around this situation because it wasn't handled the way that it should have been. And with Death in the reverse, it's not like going away. Yeah, I think we've got some issue in terms of who can be trusted. Because there are a few, like there's whispers going around, right? There's questions like, hey, is this real? Is this legit? Should I believe that? Hey, Bradley, how are you doing? Guilty until proven otherwise. The Moon. 8 of Wands. This is someone no one expects to hear from. It's like literally giving me hermit vibes, like somebody's living on their own. They've been avoiding everyone, like stay away from me. But this like disgruntled curmudgeon energy, upon hearing that something has been lied about that they know very well, they're like, oh gosh darn it. I'm sorry, this is how I'm seeing it in my mind. I'm gonna go tell them all the truth. It's like, no, I'm not going to let this happen. I don't care if I don't like people. I don't care if I don't like you in particular. In fact, that might make it a little bit more enjoyable because I can tell everybody that you were a liar. But this is somebody who is like, I know you thought that I would stay away, or I know you thought that I wouldn't speak up. Maybe it's something that gets them in trouble or puts them at risk. Maybe they just really don't like to get out of the house. But this person's not standing for it. They're like, no, I'm traveling. Where do I need to be? Whose ugly mug do I need to look at to tell this information to? They won't stand for it. They want the truth to come out. Yeah, Bedlam, what's going on? Hello, Danny. How are you doing? Hello, Grindhard. How are you doing? I don't tend to do them on this version, like the desktop version. But I will likely on the mobile version later today. But yeah, I will probably always have some sort of a goal. So look, we've got somebody who's saying, I wish that I had done something about this earlier. I was hoping that, things would go the right way. I wanted to like mind my own business, stay in my own lane. But this MFer over here is trying to rewrite history, is trying to make it seem like everything's great, or that they're great, or that nothing happened. And I'm going to make them look foolish, or make it seem as though, well, not even make it seem, just be very clear about what really happened. Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is clarifying justice. Ooh, not messing around. Not messing around at all. I know what really happened, and I know that you're lying to basically try to make someone else look like the problem. But this was not an easy decision. Like, I see somebody pacing back and forth. Like, do I really have to do something about it? Is this going to like resolve itself? Is there anybody else that can, you know, babysit these weirdos? Or do I really have to go in there and do something about it? It's like this is a parent who's enjoying, you know, 30 minutes to themselves watching a TV show, and they hear the kids in the next room arguing, and it's like, can you like work this out on your own, or do I really have to get up right now? Because like I am comfy. But no, the children continue to argue. That Three of Cups. This is like things have been escalating, things have been getting out of hand, and despite the not really wanting to deal with people, I get it. This High Priestess is like, looks like I'm going to have to make sure everybody knows the truth now, because y'all didn't figure it out. They didn't want to, but they're going to. Ten of Wands, Six of Cups, Two of Cups. I think this is bribery, to be honest. Or, you know, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I've got this problem. Do you have a problem that I could like fix for you? And then everything's great. And it's like, you know, that movie Horrible Bosses? Well, you know, if I took out my own boss, then, you know, maybe people would know that it was me. But if the three of us all take out someone else's, I feel like there was some sort of not so above board agreement. I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. So this argument or this chaos, the scandal here, is likely born of that agreement, or is something that maybe went wrong with that agreement. This is the Signs of the Times. Hey, Laura, how are you doing? Relatable. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? What else do we have? So the good news here for the High Priestess, this does not need to be a woman, right? But the High Priestess is the person who knows the truth. They have kept it secret, or they have been off on their own for a while. They're taking a chance. I do feel like there's travel involved. They feel like they have to go to somebody. Hey, you know, I'll just tell my story on the news, or I'll go, you know, have a nice little chat with the journalist downtown, or I'll go and knock on this person's door myself. But this is somebody who's saying, I'm going to take care of this business because nobody else is doing it. And they have good luck on their side because they are offering justice to a situation that has been stuck in justice in reverse, i.e. things have not been fair. Ancestry tree. I told you they have receipts. Yo, that's wild. Why do I feel like somebody's about to like call out their own family? This could be a reference to like a crime family, right? We've got ancestry tree, and then we've got the confirmation numbers card. which has a picture of a literal receipt on it, angel numbers, confirmation. I feel like we have a receipt with the right numbers on it and it confirms somebody's story. It's like, yeah, no, everyone wants you to believe this, but what about this receipt right here that confirms that what I'm saying is right? Hmm? You got a story, that's cute and all, but I got a story with receipts. So, nanner nanner. These people might be related or they have been extremely close before. Let's see. What else do we want? This is the meme cat or the cat meme. I can't really remember. Tarot. It just has the major arcana though. Hey Third Eye, how's it going? Hello Tara, what's happening? Oh, I guess that's the end of the reading, you guys. Like, fine, here you go. Gosh, you're so demanding. The Hierophant. And the Moon. Well, this is getting slightly uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. I do feel like there's been a secret. It's like it's sitting out in the middle of everywhere and nobody even notices that it's right there. It's like if you just look for it, you can find it. There's the truth right there on the interwebs, hidden amongst all of the other lies. But we've got somebody who has been able to leverage their public perception or their status within a community to avoid questions or problems around something here that they agreed to. I really don't like that Horrible Bosses was my reference point because it is quite literally about Moida. But let's see. This is the Tarot Familiars. I guess we got a cat theme going on, so why not? Must be why I have trust issues, right? Hello, James. Hello, Lemonade. What's going on? Hot diggity. I don't know who I'm challenging or channeling, but this person has some great perspective and like sense of humor. Okay, look, this person knows that everyone's distracted by something else right now. Knows that it's like everybody's at a house party, all of your friends, all the people that you would normally be hanging out with. And this person's like, okay, well, now's as good a time event as any. While you're all distracted, I'm going to go make sure that I post everything you don't want me to say. Like while your hands are tied, while you're doing something else, I'm going to make my move. Four of Swords, Judgment, Three of Pentacles. I honestly feel like this is saying, I've got the truth of what really happened. Here's the receipts, and it implicates multiple people. It feels to me like this is at least two people, but probably more so like three people with the Three of Pentacles. This is people who made an agreement. It was a bad decision. The Empress, King of Swords, the Knave of Wands, or Page of Wands in the reverse. Someone looked at this situation and said, nothing to see here. I feel like this is about a death. I'm sorry, you guys. I really don't like to make my readings about, well, I don't like to shift them in general, but I do like to kind of make sure that they have application to multiple scenarios. This might be a little bit more of a specific reading because I do feel like we have somebody who's passed away. My condolences. This is lies about how somebody passed away, and this could have been somebody's mother with the Empress coming through. And with the Page of Wands in the reverse, I feel like there's lies around somebody's passing. And this other person, it could be family, is coming forward to say, guess what I know? Guess what I have proof of? Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Finding the right time, the perfect time to let everybody know, here's what happened, and here's the backup. Here's the context. Here is the receipt. And you maybe didn't want to believe it. Too bad. I think this is an accusation about somebody in the family. World in the reverse. Four of Pentacles. It's been kept secret. I didn't say anything. I've kept to myself. I didn't want to draw any attention to myself. I feel like this person leads a pretty, to themselves life. Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. But I reject your version of events, and I'm going to let everybody know what you actually did. There could be insurance fraud here. There could be theft, especially if there's some sort of business deal here. This deal that was made could have been a marriage. But I do feel like we've got people who can look you right in the face and tell you one thing when they know that it's a complete lie, and they can, smile at you while they do it. This is the Character Oracle. That's a good question. Hello, Luis. How are you doing? Luis, I might do personal questions later today, but those would be on the mobile live streams. I told you we got a boss of some sort, somebody who is above, but this person is ruthless. Master of wealth, risk, investment, management, leader. Butcher, ruthless, cruelty, slaughter. I think there was concerns regarding money, concerns regarding possibly a divorce or insurance, or maybe even providing evidence on something. And I think we had somebody that chose to, they chose violence. We'll put it that way. And I think this has been quiet or not really looked into for a while. But someone's going to be like, how about we have a nice little chat about this thing? That everybody forgot about or wanted to believe was just fine, but it really isn't. Elder, wisdom bearer, that's the high priestess, experience, tradition, kindness, health. Journalist, chronicler of stories, reporting, interview, inquiry, promotion. I think this is somebody who's going to do an interview, or this is somebody who's going to leak information perhaps to the press, or find a way to communicate something a little bit scandalous to an entire community, maybe even as simple as like wheat pasting stuff or posting stuff on job boards. But this is someone who's going to get information out, and it's information that they have collected over a period of time, right? It's not just one thing. And this could be like the oldest child. This could be somebody who is seen as kind of old in their current state, but the stories from younger. But this is not somebody that you could easily dismiss once they tell their story, especially because they have these receipts. All right, y'all. It sounds like we have some crime in. So I'm going to get the True Crime Oracle decks. I did it, you guys. Hello, Lotus. How are you doing? No, it's super hot here, actually. Ooh, Lord, Bradley. All right. What else do we have? Greed. I am not shocked. I do feel like this has to do with money. And we got love. I think this is about a marriage, possibly a whole family. But I do feel like what was dressed up as love was really greed. So we have greed and love, and then crime of passion. So this feels to me like somebody who passed away at the hands of their significant other. And it could be that someone else in the family knows this, maybe even helped cover it up. But somebody has news regarding this information that's credible. And yet incredible at the same time, because people are going to be like, what? What? This is the Poe Tarot. Six of Candles, Six of Wands. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy, as once I was. I think somebody in a romantic relationship got in the way because of what they knew or because of their very existence. Maybe it was like an affair, right? I feel like this was somebody who is married. It's a general reading, so take the energy how it resonates, right? But I feel like this is somebody who was very focused on how do I make everybody jealous of me, or how do I make everybody feel like I have the best life ever. Definitely focused on money, keeping up with the Joneses. What kind of car do I drive? Do I have the latest purse? I don't know. Very image-centric life. Queen of Wells, Queen of Cups. Again, we had that right here and up here. No guile disguised the fervor of her love, which animated her heart, and she examined with me its inmost recesses as we walked together in the valley of the many-colored grass. They did love each other at one point. Page of Candles again. If I can only get a good look at them, I can soon tell who they are. I feel like somebody's on a camera. I feel like somebody's got actual concrete evidence. This is what happened. Here's who did what. I kind of feel like it's murder. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Hey, Dana, how are you doing? Did I say hello, Crystal? How are you doing? The Sun. The Magician in the reverse. Yeah. Someone covered something up. Someone lied. Someone tried to make this look like an accident. Someone tried to pretend they didn't know this person. Lies are going to be exposed. What they thought had calmed down and everything was fine is now going to reach a fever pitch. They're going to freak out. People are going to realize this was a crime of passion. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, there's a new beginning that happens because this comes out. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like for many of you, we've got a situation where somebody's, like, the details around their death, timeline or cause of death off. In other situations, this is more so like what you thought somebody really was about. No, completely wrong. Now you find out that this person who said they were this, they were the complete opposite, or said they were really against that. That was actually their favorite thing. But I keep getting that something was hidden in plain sight. And this is going to be resolved now. It's been unfair or unbalanced, or someone got away with it. It's not going to last much longer. That truth is going to come out. And I do feel like we've got condemnation, maybe somebody going to jail. This is the What's the News Oracle. I like it. What else? My boo, official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. Self-medicating, numbing, addictions, irrational behavior, and black sheep, rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms. So I feel like we might have had somebody who was engaged in an affair. There's a crime of passion that resulted because things were getting too difficult to manage or keep quiet. So I do feel like there was romantic energy, definitely physical intimacy between these two. And there was irrational behavior because someone felt like they couldn't do what was expected of them. Machismo, masculine pride, toxic masculinity, meeting manly expectations, and new boo, new love, learning each other, flirtations. So this was somebody who was seeing two people, and there was a crime of passion in that love triangle. I do feel like it's because someone didn't know how to wrap this relationship up. Maybe I don't know how to get a divorce, or I don't know how to tell this affair partner that things are over. I'm not leaving my partner. Things escalated here because someone didn't want to do what they felt they were supposed to do. It's like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too, right? Hello, Magic Man. How are you doing? All right. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I hope to see you on the next reading. Doodles.